morning, Cindy. Good morning, everybody. Quiet out there to start on this Wednesday. We hope it stays that way, but I don't think it will. Looking out on Route 2, the Mass Pike, all roads from the west leading inbound looking good. Same thing to the south, 95, 24, Route 3 getting up to the Braintree Split. No issues. From the north looks good. 93 all the way from New Hampshire through Andover down to the Zachem Bunker Hill Bridge. Should be no problem. Doug and Antoinette.
All right, Katie.
Katie, good morning. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, everybody. On this Wednesday morning, it's quiet out there right now. Looking at the Zachem Bunker Hill Bridge, we've picked up most of our overnight work crews heading into the O'Neill Tunnel. You're doing okay. Lever connector down ramp looks nice and clear down to Storrow Drive. Right now, I'll watch roads to the south. They will fill in first coming up to the Braintree Split, where we have a nice ride up onto the expressway and decent traffic northbound through Columbia Road and the gas tank. HOV lane's going to open at 5 a.m. For now, it's a 7-minute ride from Braintree to Boston. Doug.
All right.
Now, a lot of green on the map as folks just start their morning drives. Looking at the area of Route 1 through Saugus, north and southbound lanes moving great this morning. Looking at that entire ride from 128 down through the Chelsea curves onto the Tobin Bridge, you should have no problems. 93 looks good. 128, no issues. Route 3, and then going out to the west, same thing. On the expressway, light volume by the gas tank. We're opening up that HOV lane right now. I will watch roads to the south. They will fill in about the next half hour at the Braintree Split. Doug and Antoinette.
Katie, thank you.
He's also kicking for a very good cause that is very personal to his family. So you'll want to tune in for that tonight at 5.
Really awesome. All right. So far, so good on the weather department, too. It's pretty awesome here.
I mean, we are heading into a stretch that a lot of people are like, we were waiting for this for the past few months, like dry weather, maybe a dry weekend, warm temper Tuesday. So it looks cooler for the trick-or-treaters, but we should be drying out. And I think we escaped most of Sunday dry. Toward evening, there could be a couple of showers to the north. We'll watch the timing on that.
Okay, we'll watch that. But Halloween, I mean, we can take the cool temperatures.
We can. It looks like
rain.
the rain's going to be getting out of here.
Love that. All right, thank you, Cindy. Building on 24 northbound out of Brockton. Not sure what that is about. And then the Braintree Split just now starting to fill in between routes 24 and Route 3. That'll get heavy by 5:30. For now, roads to the north look good. Route 3, Chelmsford all the way down to Burlington, no problem. 128 both directions in that stretch looking good too. Same thing out to the west, quiet on Route 2 and the Mass Pike all the way inbound. Watch that right lane closure by BU. Antoinette.
All right, Katie.
Getting any busier out there, Katie?
Yeah, I'm watching a crash to the south. I was trying to figure out what was going on Route 24 out of Brockton, and it looks like we've got a crash reported in Avon right before Harrison Boulevard, a very busy stretch. So those delays stretching back into Brockton at this point, making it tough on that northbound side. Also seeing a little bit of a delay at the top of 95, right where it meets up with 93 and 128. And then, of course, right on cue at 5:32, we're all backed up at the Braintree Split. You're down to 34 miles an hour getting up onto the expressway. Busy out there by Columbia Road. That didn't take long. Your ride sitting at 13 minutes now, Braintree to Boston. Doug and Antoinette.
Out there, Katie.
Yeah, we've got lots of trouble popping up out there. We've got this crash on 24 northbound that I was watching by Harrison Boulevard in Avon. A very busy stretch. Now has delays backing up into Brockton, that northbound side. Not doing too hot this morning. Also watching a crash in Dedham, 128 southbound before Route 1. Looks like maybe that's moved up a little bit. I'll check on that. Also a crash in Dorchester northbound on the expressway near the Yacht Club there. That's adding to some delays. We're already seeing building on that northbound side by Columbia Road. 22 minutes is your drive time. Braintree to Boston. Doug.
You're watching, Katie?
Yeah, watching that crash down in Avon on 24 northbound by Harrison Boulevard. A very busy area, so we're backed up on that northbound side, getting up from Brockton to Avon. Also watching a crash on the expressway northbound near the Dorchester Yacht Club. If you take the Franklin-Foxborough line, you can expect some 5 to 15-minute delays on the trains right now due to police activity near the right-of-way. Doug and Antoinette. Number of crashes that I'm watching. I want to go down to Avon on 24 northbound because this one really causing some backups and delays on the northbound side. The crash is right at Harrison Boulevard. That's exit 35. Delays stretching back heavy into Brockton. So getting up to that split there in Randolph is going to be tough. Also watching a crash on the expressway northbound right near the Dorchester Yacht Club. You can see those delays stretching back into Quincy on that northbound side. Franklin-Foxborough commuter rail line experiencing some 5 to 15-minute delays due to some police activity in the right-of-way. Doug and Antoinette.
Way into school record books, but he's also kicking for a very good cause that is very personal to him and his family. I'll have much more on that coming up in High Five tonight at 5.
So great. So great.
Story.
I was really excited. It's good.
It is, and a lot of them are good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You know.
So's the weather.
It's definitely going to be a bit of a treat for, I think, a high on Halloween. It should be a little chilly for the trick-or-treaters, but we should be drying out on the other side of that front. So hopefully we can keep it dry. Yeah, this year.
I mean, after 4 days in the 70s,
I think, yeah.
we can handle it.
We can.
Thank you, Cindy. Out on the roads, right after 93, that's exit 97, delays involved in both of those incidents. Down to the south we go. 24 northbound, this crash reported in Avon before Harrison Boulevard, backing things up heavy into Brockton, but extending beyond that. And then this crash has the left lane blocked on the expressway northbound in Dorchester by the Yacht Club. Stop and go back to Furnace Brook Parkway. If you do take the Franklin Foxborough line, the trains are moving now, but expect 5 to 15-minute delays. Antoinette.
All right, Katie.
It is busy on a Wednesday, Katie.
It is. Crashes popping up all over the place. A couple of them up to the north in Andover. We've got one in the median 93 southbound near exit 42, which is River Road. The other one you can see causing delays on the southbound side of 495. It's a disabled vehicle, but it's blocking the left lane. This is just after the intersection with 93. Taking a look at 93 from 128 down to the Zachem Bridge, take you 27 minutes. Starting to get busy moving into that O'Neill Tunnel. And then watching this crash on 24 northbound out of Avon before Harrison Boulevard, causing some delays all the way up to 93. Doug and Antoinette.
All right.
Trouble that you're watching out there, Katie.
Yeah, it's pretty busy out there. 2 crashes now on 24 northbound, one in Avon or right before Harrison Boulevard that we've been watching. Delays into Stoughton Route 123 area or into Brockton, excuse me. Another crash in Stoughton 24 northbound at exit 38 with Route 139 being the spot for that. Still watching this crash in Andover 93 southbound by River Road with delays, and another crash coming in Charlestown 93 southbound just before Sullivan Square. Can't really see it on the camera there, but you can tell things are slowing down getting into Boston. Also slowing down on the expressway. We have cleared that crash by the Yacht Club on the northbound side, but it's a heavy ride. I will time it out for you just ahead. Antoinette. So much you could just roll down the window, high five your neighbor, especially on the expressway northbound by Columbia Road, where we are crawling up into the O'Neill Tunnel. 29 minutes Braintree to Boston, red the entire way. That number will only go up from there. Same thing on 93 southbound. You can see Spot Pond all the way down to the Zachem Bridge is the slowest part of that ride. Entire route take you 33 minutes, and then out on the Mass Pike, it's slow between 495 and 128, 41 minutes. Heaviest through Framingham. It eases up a little bit from there to 128. After that, you should have a better ride 128 into the Prue Tunnel, 17 minutes for your ride. And you know what? Maybe I had the seat heater on this morning, Cindy, but the AC for the